Everywhere, tourism has always been part of the modern dream. A break from routine, a chance to see the world, a moment where life feels lighter. But lately, something about travel doesn't feel the same. Prices rise, crowds grow, destinations struggle. And the holidays people once looked forward to now come with a growing sense of frustration. Most people notice these changes, but few understand why they're happening all at once in so many different places. Because the real story behind tourism today isn't about flights or hotels. It's about the world itself and the pressure building beneath it. To see the full picture, we have to move slowly, step by step, and look beneath the surface of 3 places that tell the story better than anywhere else. And by the end, the question won't be, what's wrong with travel? It'll be something much larger. Chapter 1. What changed? Tourism used to feel simple. You booked a flight, packed a bag, and escaped for a while. But today, something has changed. The world of travel is struggling in ways most people never expected. Prices are rising, destinations are overcrowded, airlines are cutting services while charging more. And the holiday experience many people remember from years ago is slowly disappearing. People don't talk about it much, but global tourism is under real pressure. Not because people don't want to travel, but because the travel system itself is breaking. There was a time when travel felt affordable. Flights were cheaper, hotels weren't sky high, and taking a holiday didn't require months of planning. But over the last few years, everything has shifted. The cost of running airlines has gone up. Airports are struggling with staff shortages. Many hotels can't find enough workers. Local businesses in popular destinations are increasing prices just to survive. And travelers are feeling it in every step of their journey. Bali, for example, used to be a place where your money went a long way. But today, costs have risen, and the island is dealing with more visitors than it can handle. Crowded beaches, long lines, and higher prices have changed the experience completely. Paris, the world's most visited city, is facing its own problems. The romantic idea of Paris is still there, but the reality is harder. Hotel prices keep rising. Public transport is under pressure. Safety concerns have become common, and the city can't keep up with the number of visitors it receives every year. Hawaii is facing something different, but just as serious. The islands are struggling with environmental damage, rising living costs, and tension between locals and tourists. Even simple things, like visiting a beach or renting a car, have become expensive or restricted. The fires in Maui showed how fragile tourism can be when nature or local systems are pushed too far. These places represent a bigger pattern. Tourism has changed everywhere, and the old travel world isn't coming back. Chapter 2. The hidden forces behind it. Most travelers see the long airport lines or higher hotel prices, but the real reasons for tourism's decline are deeper. The global economy is under pressure. Many countries are dealing with inflation, higher fuel costs, and shortages of workers. When everything becomes more expensive for businesses, those costs get passed on to travelers. There's also the issue of overtourism. Cities like Paris or islands like Bali weren't built for millions of visitors every year. Their roads, transport systems, beaches, and neighborhoods can't keep up. The more visitors they get, the harder it becomes to maintain the experience. Environmental pressure is another hidden force. Hawaii is a clear example. Coral reefs, beaches, and parks are being damaged faster than they can recover. As the environment struggles, rules become stricter, access becomes limited, and tourism becomes less enjoyable and more expensive. There's also a quiet shift happening in the travel industry itself. Airlines are running fewer flights to save money. Hotels are charging more while offering less. Destinations are adding extra taxes and fees. These hidden changes slowly push travel out of reach for many families. Tourism didn't fall apart overnight. It broke little by little until one day it simply didn't feel the same anymore. Chapter 3. The human side. Behind every tourism statistic is a real person, a local trying to live their life, or a traveler hoping for a break. In Bali, many locals can't afford to live in their own neighborhoods anymore. Tourist demand has pushed rent and food prices up, and workers often rely on jobs that don't pay enough to keep up with the cost of living. The island's culture, which was once the main attraction, is being strained by the pressure of tourism. In Paris, workers in hotels, restaurants, museums, and transport systems are overwhelmed. The constant flow of visitors puts huge pressure on people who already deal with long hours and high stress. And many residents feel like their own city is slipping away from them. In Hawaii, the tension between locals and tourists has grown. Many locals feel that visitors treat the islands like a theme park instead of a home. Rising housing prices, water restrictions, and environmental damage have made everyday life harder for local families. The travel experience is also harder for tourists. Delays, cancellations, crowded attractions, and high prices create frustration instead of relaxation. The holiday that was supposed to be an escape becomes another stress. Tourism is not just an industry. It's a relationship between places and people. And that relationship is under real strain. Chapter 4. The Global Pattern. When you look at Bali, Paris, and Hawaii separately, they seem like different stories, but when you put them together, a bigger picture appears. Tourism is a mirror of global stability. When the world was cheaper, calmer, and more predictable, travel worked. But now the world is different. Costs are rising. Systems are stressed. Climate issues are more visible. People are moving, changing jobs, and rethinking their lives. And tourism feels all of it. Travel is often the first thing to show the cracks in a changing world. When airlines cut flights, when locals struggle, when destinations become overcrowded, and when people feel unsafe or priced out, it's a sign that something larger is shifting. Tourism is not declining because people don't want to travel. It's declining because the systems that support travel are reaching their limits. Chapter 5. What comes next? The future of tourism won't look like the past. We're heading toward a world where travel becomes more selective, more expensive, and more controlled. We may see fewer flights and smaller airlines. We may see more destinations limiting the number of visitors. Tourist taxes will likely rise. Some places may close certain areas completely to protect nature. And families who once traveled every year may begin traveling every few years instead. Technology will also play a role. Online systems, dynamic pricing, AI-based bookings, and new travel restrictions will shape how people plan holidays. Some destinations may rely more on virtual tourism, while others may focus on visitors who can afford higher costs. Travel won't disappear, but it will change. And understanding this change is important because tourism has always reflected the state of the world itself. Are we witnessing the decline of tourism, or the beginning of something much larger? If questions like this matter to you, there's more ahead to uncover.